What is up, guys? Heath with Lake Champlain Sanitation here, and on today's video we're going to be talking about, is this style of business, be it dumpster rental, junk removal, residential hauling, really right for you? Some of the videos, we put a little bit of money titles out there and people get excited, but I want to dive into a few things that I would consider before starting one of these businesses, especially with how capital intensive it's becoming due to shipping delays. It's hard to get trucks break down, it's hard to get parts, and just everything in general this year, the inflation, everything going up, and the world's a crazy place right now. So I want to give you guys some warning signs, and if you're really excited about getting into this business, that's great. Just a couple things that I want to make known to you guys to think about if you haven't thought about already. Second thing, I'm going to give a shout out actually to my wife. I don't think I've ever talked about my wife or what she does for a living in any of these videos. She has a full-time job as an estimator for a big steel company, but she also has a side hustle, guys, and right around the holidays, she started this business about a year and a half ago. We do craft shows and trade shows on the weekends. It's called The Love of Knots. I'm gonna put her Etsy link below. This year, she's really got a lot of products out there, guys, that if any of you are like me, I can't really shop for my wife. It's kind of hard to surprise her with stuff anymore. But if you guys are looking to get your wife something nice, I'm gonna put some pictures in right here. Down below so you guys can cruise her Etsy website. She makes stuff pretty much every few days, and that's another side hustle that we do. So give that a look, guys, and without further ado, let's hop into this video. One thing I didn't show you guys, I don't think in any videos yet, is our wash bay. We just actually gained access to this probably 3 weeks ago. Nice 14-foot door in here, and there is like a gate outside that we basically lock unless we're driving the trucks through it. This was an old construction shop, and it's really nice. It's got drains in the floors. It's obviously got the whole oil management system, which, our trucks are new, so they're not leaking oil, but we do create some mud and we'll just sweep it away from the drain. But it's all heated in here, guys. We get electronic pressure washer inside. There's, water ran direct, whether you want to run it out of the hose or out of the pressure washer, which is cool. And the floor is heated, so it dries really fast. And just really works out good for keeping our trucks clean. I've washed them outside for the last 2.5 years since we started, and it's really nice to have a pretty much climate controlled area to wash our trucks and keep all of our equipment clean. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about, guys, is equipment and the pricing of that equipment. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run through a few pieces of equipment that I have here at the yard today, talk about what it did cost and now what it would cost for you to buy the same exact stuff right now, just so you have an idea of what these trucks are going for in the market right now, if you can even get your hands on one. Also including the roll-off trailer and my dump trailer, because you can either rent a dump trailer out as a dumpster, you can use it for residential trash, or you can do a junk removal business with it. Kind of do the same thing with a roll-off trailer. We're also going to talk about my dump truck. So let's start with the 2020 PJ roll-off trailer, what it was when I bought it and what they're going for now. This is a standard bumper pull trailer, 14,000 pound capacity, Smitty built winch. They really haven't changed them very much. I think they put like black wheels on them now. This one had the white wheels on it. This trailer, other than the fact that it is dirty right now, is in really good shape still. We service it every couple of weeks with grease, and then we will wash it, and then we fluid film it. Yeah, guys, so a PJ Rollster trailer, when I bought this was $9,999.99. So we're gonna call it 10 grand for this trailer back then. And when I was just looking at ordering a new one of these before the hook lift idea all came out, I was finding them in the $11,000-ish range, like $10,999 up to like $11,599. I don't know if they've gone up. Like I said, that was a couple months ago, and the dealership told me it would be middle of next spring if I ordered it. If I would have ordered it 2 months ago, it would have been spring maybe of 2022 that it came in. Let me know in the comments below, guys, what are you finding for prices on these PJ Rollster or other trailers, and how soon can you get them? Next, guys, we're going to talk about the Brymar trailer. Now, this trailer I don't think has gone up too much in price from the time I bought it, because I just bought this trailer about 3.5 months ago. We built it up. All in all, I got about 10 grand in this trailer, including building up the sides, sales tax, and all that good stuff. But if you were to buy this trailer a couple years ago, you would have been looking at closer to the $7,000 range, $69,995, $74,99, something like that. And then of course I bought all the the lumber and tin, which was not a lot, but that was probably 40% more than it would have been. So a couple $1,000s more just for the trailer, and that is if you can get your hands on one in ample time. So that's for the trailers, guys. We actually have a dumpster in the yard. It's our 20-yard one with the built-up sides we did ourselves. We're going to talk about that because I think the dumpsters are one of the craziest things that have happened. Just because of the steel market, it's nothing to do with the manufacturers. It's the cost of goods sold has just gone up so much. And I don't know if you guys remember, if you've watched this channel for a long time, you remember I was buying dumpsters for like $3,700 back when I started. And this same dumpster here is anywhere from $5,500 to $5,900 for the same exact dumpster that hasn't changed at all. That was $3,700 just a couple years ago. So guys, this is a PJ branded dumpster. As most of you know, Max D is very similar. There's other companies out there like Nedlands and Texas Pride. And there, there's probably 15 brands of trailers. Honestly, it seems like I see a new one every month popping up. But for the most part, guys, $5,000 is probably the cheapest you are going to find one of these dumpsters new, and that's the cheapest in today's market. Most of them are going to range between $5,200 and $6,200 for the standard, 12 to 20 yard size dumpster, depending on who's making them and how many you're buying at one time. Now, guys, we'll talk about the trucks. This truck here is a 2021 Ram, of course, diesel. I've got some other videos about this truck, guys, if you want to know more of the specs on it. This truck, when I bought it, was about $51,000 plus your sales tax, which is 8%, so about $55,000 out the door. This truck now, and again, when I bought it, I ordered it, but it did have rebates on it. This truck now, guys, if you were to order, this is a 21, if you were to order a 22, easily going to be in the 55 to 57,000 range. Very, very slim rebates out there, if any at all. And then you're going to have to put your sales tax on top of that. So you can see the trend here, guys. Everything's gone up a couple $1,000s just in the last 18 to 24 months. Then we have our residential truck, guys, the big box truck that we use to pick up the houses. There is videos on this truck as well. We've got a couple videos using it as well. And this guy here was about $60,000. I think it was about $61,000 after tax for the chassis and the dump body. Then we had about $3,000 in steel and labor building up the box. So just under $65,000 total, guys. This truck easily going to be $70,000 now, and this is with a gas motor. So if you had a diesel, you're going to be over that, of course, because steel's gone up. The bed was $10,000. I would have to say the bed's $12,000 to $13,000 now. Labor, of course, keeps going up, and then just the steel to build a box on it would probably be $5,000, where it was $3,000 just over a year ago. Not to mention the chassis has increased a couple thousand as well. Now, guys, that's just the cost of things. We're also going to get into the competition is becoming stiffer. I don't know if it's because other people are just more aggressive at going into this business, or the market is getting saturated. I've heard other people in videos mention market saturation and prices just getting cutthroat, where guys are basically running around for little to no profit. That's another thing you got to consider in your area, guys. If there's a lot of people doing this business, sometimes people say, well, that means business is good. There's a lot of business to be had. But you got to make sure you could still make money doing it. If someone's running around for $199 dropping a dumpster, and they're including fees in that, like dump fees and stuff for the customer, and they're only getting $199 or something, guys, that guy is making no money. And people are going to maybe go with him. The only good thing is, if you've been in for a little while and you have more dumpsters than, say, that person does, they're going to call him and he's not going to have a dumpster, and then he could call you and you're going to have one in stock. But if you're just getting into it, be on the lookout for those in your Facebook marketplaces, just your Facebook groups, Craigslist, all the places that are more, I would say, like less cost to advertise up front. And just check and see, is there 10 people out there that don't even have a business name or DOT numbers or anything already running around cutting down the market? Just be careful of that, guys, before you go and invest a lot of time and a lot of money in buying all of this equipment, especially when, like we just said, everything's been increasing so drastically lately. And not to mention, you go spend all this money and even if it's new, it can still break. Spend all this money, you have a problem. If you took payments out on everything, or you took payments out on the truck and you don't have another job or something to make that payment, you could get in a really dangerous position really fast if you don't have the repetitive work coming in, or that thing breaks and you can't just shut your business down for a few weeks, continue to work your day job to pay all the bills. All right, guys, so the third topic we're going to talk about is going to be doing your due diligence, okay? If you're going into this business and you don't know if it's for you, do your due diligence. Watch a bunch of different YouTubers. Don't just watch one. There's a lot of guys out there and girls that are doing junk removal. I haven't seen a ton of residential trash, but I've definitely seen a lot of junk removal and dumpster rentals. Get different points of information from all of them and make an educated decision on what's going to work best for you. Because something I say might be completely different from another YouTuber, but that other YouTuber is in a different market, and that might be more like your market. Okay, so make sure you are taking time and doing your due diligence, not just watching a video on how to make 6 figures in revenue and go out and, you know, spend 25 grand on a setup and not really have a plan to do it. That's one thing that I feel might be saturating the market a little bit too much right now, is because there is a lot of us talking about this business, which is great. I mean, it's good. I want to help people just like I'm sure every other YouTuber does, but you got to make sure in your finances, in your town, in your situation, that this is actually going to become a sustainable source of income, or a sustainable business that you could either leave your day job or stay at your day job and make money with and actually profit dollars, not just be losing money and barely covering, you know, your expenses every single month. So guys, I just wanted to, like I said, bring you this video. Hope it's not, you know, putting you down too much or shooting down your dreams of starting a business in 2022 or at the end of 2021 here, because there's money to be made in this business. But I always like to say there's money to be made in every business if you do it right. And it takes time. And I'm not even at the point yet, like you guys know, where I would consider I'm quote unquote like making it. Like, we're getting there, but it's still a grind every single day. You know, flat tires, breakdowns on trucks, customers paying you late. That's all normal stuff in this business that could happen. You could get screwed out of some dump fees if a credit card gets declined. Just stuff to keep in mind, guys, as you are getting closer to purchasing that truck, purchasing that trailer, or if you have that stuff and you're going to be opening your doors, just be ready for that. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.